When King Hezekiah heard their report, he tore his clothes, put on sackcloth, and went to the Lord's temple. Then he sent Eliakim, who was in charge of the palace, Shebna, the court secretary, and the leading priests who were wearing sackcloth to the prophet Isaiah, son of Amos. They said to him, "This is what Hezekiah says. Today is a day of distress, rebuke, and disgrace, for children have come to the point of birth, and there is no strength to deliver them. Perhaps Yahweh your God will hear all the words of Rabshakeh, whom his master, the king of Assyria, sent to mock the living God, and will rebuke him for the words that Yahweh your God has heard. Therefore offer a prayer for the surviving remnant." So the servants of King Hezekiah went to Isaiah, who said to them, "Tell your master this. The Lord says, don't be afraid because of the words you have heard, which the king of Assyria's attendants have blasphemed me with. I am about to put a spirit in him, and he will hear a rumor and return to his own land, where I will cause him to fall by the sword." Sennacherib's letter. When the Rabshakeh heard that the king of Assyria had left Lachish, he returned and found him fighting against Libnah. The king had heard this about Tirhakah, king of Cush. "He has set out to fight against you." So when he heard this, he sent messengers to Hezekiah, saying, "Say this to Hezekiah, king of Judah. Don't let your God, whom you trust, deceive you by promising that Jerusalem won't be handed over to the king of Assyria. Look, have you heard what the kings of Assyria have done to all the countries? They completely destroyed them. Will you be rescued? Did the God of the nations that my predecessors destroyed rescue them? Gozan, Haran, Rezeph, and the Edenites and Telasar? Where is the king of Hamath, the king of Arpad, the king of the city of Sepharvaim, Hena, or Ivah?" Hezekiah took the letter from the messengers, read it, then went up to the Lord's temple and spread it out before the Lord. Then Hezekiah prayed to the Lord. "Lord of hosts, God of Israel, who is enthroned above the cherubim, you are God, you alone, of all the kingdoms of the earth. You made the heavens and the earth. Listen closely, Lord, and hear. Open your eyes, Lord, and see. Hear all the words that Sennacherib has sent to mock the living God. Lord, it is true that the kings of Assyria have devastated all these countries and their lands. They have thrown their gods into the fire, for they were not gods, but made by human hands, wood and stone. So they have destroyed them. Now, Lord your God, Lord our God, save us from his power, so that all the kingdoms of the earth may know that you are the Lord, you alone." Then Isaiah, son of Amos, sent a message to Hezekiah. "The Lord, the God of Israel, says, because you prayed to me about Sennacherib, king of Assyria, this is the word the Lord has spoken against him. Virgin daughter Zion despises you and scorns you. Daughter Jerusalem shakes her head behind your back. Who is it that you have mocked and blasphemed? Who have you raised your voice against and lifted your eyes in pride? Against the Holy One of Israel. You have mocked the Lord through your servants. You have said, with my many chariots I have gone up to the heights of the mountains. To the far recesses of Lebanon I cut down its tallest cedars, its choice cypress trees. I came to its distant heights, its densest forests. I dug wells and drank water. I dried up the streams of Egypt with the soles of my feet. Have you not heard? I designated it long ago. I planned it in days gone by. I have now brought it to pass. And you have crushed fortified cities into piles of rubble. Their inhabitants have become powerless, dismayed, and ashamed. They are plants of the field, tender grass, grass on the rooftops, blasted by the east wind. But I know you're sitting down. You're going out and you're coming in, and you're raging against me. Because you're raging against me and your arrogance have reached my ears, I will put a hook in your nose and my bit in your mouth, and I will make you go back the way you came. This will be the sign for you. This year you will eat what grows on its own, and the second year what grows from that. But in the third year sow and reap, plant vineyards and eat their fruit. The surviving remnant of the house of Judah will again take root downward and bear fruit upward. For a remnant will go out of Jerusalem and survivors from Mount Zion. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will accomplish this. Therefore, this is what the Lord says about the king of Assyria. He will not enter this city, or shoot an arrow there, or come before it with a shield, or build up an assault ramp against it. He will go back the way he came. He will not enter this city. This is the Lord's declaration. I will defend this city and rescue it, because of me and because of my servant David. Then the angel of the Lord went out and struck down 185,000 in the camp of the Assyrians. When the people got up the next morning, there were all dead bodies. So Sennacherib, king of Assyria, broke camp and left. He returned home and lived in Nineveh. One day, when he was worshiping in the temple of his god Nisroch, his sons Adramelech and Sharezer struck him down with the sword and escaped to the land of Arad. Then his son Esarhaddon became king in his place.